get ready for the ride of your life, because after you watch these 6 videos on Orange County, California, you will know everything that you need to know about Orange County. This series of videos is really meant for people who are just beginning their journey moving to Orange County. They probably don't know much about Orange County. So if that is you, then keep watching and we hope you enjoy. So like we mentioned in the beginning, this is the beginning of a 6-part series for anyone who is just beginning their research stages of moving to Orange County. I don't know where you're from. I don't know, you could be from Sao Paulo, Brazil, or Prince Edward Island in Canada, but this is for people who really don't know anything about Orange County other than maybe what you've seen on some pretty ridiculous reality shows, which I have no shame in admitting that I watched myself, but nonetheless, they are fairly ridiculous.
And Anne of Green Gables, if you're watching this and you want to move, let us know.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. So first, let's just give a very brief overview of where Orange County even is. So California, kind of, you've got Southern California, right? And then you've got NorCal, Northern California, which isn't really Northern California, but nobody lives up here. So this is kind of what people think of as Northern California. This is Southern California. This is Central California, and other than Santa Barbara, like, nobody really lives here. It's not as populated. Like, the population centers are Southern California and Northern California. Yeah, so Santa Barbara is considered, this is Santa Barbara right here. Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. I love Santa Barbara, but I don't know why. It's just considered Central California. It's like the last real bit of population that you really have until you get over to Northern California up here. So it's kind of how California is divided. So Orange County is in Southern California. Yeah, and then Southern California itself can really be broken down into San Diego County, which is huge. So you have San Diego City right here, then the county of San Diego, which anyone who's from there, including me, you kind of just lump it all in and into San Diego. Then you have Orange County, which is quite small compared to the other Southern California counties. Then you have Los Angeles County, which is also quite large. And then Riverside County is here. San Bernardino is kind of just like this huge, giant county. I mean, I know I'm drawing it wrong, but I think, isn't it the largest county in the United States? Yeah. And then, like, Imperial County is here. I mean, obviously the population center, so where most people live, is along the coast, of course. And then Ventura County is, like, kind of here.
That's like we have like Malibu, I believe, and Ventura.
Ventura,
kind of
yeah. It starts getting a lot less populated out here. The centers of commerce, so, where people tend to live is LA, Orange County, and San Diego.
So before we continue, let's introduce ourselves. I'm Sean Azad.
And I'm Courtney Dezad.
And we're licensed realtors here in the state of California. And if you're watching this channel, you might be thinking, wow, Sean, I love Orange County. I love the blue skies. I love the Pacific Ocean. I love the perfect weather. I can't wait to move it here. Now, the problem is I'm not local. I may be out of state. I may be even out of the country. So I don't know what to do. I totally get that. That's when you reach out to us so we can have that conversation, finding out specifically what you're looking for. And we can be your boots on the ground. We can send you virtual tours of not just the properties, but the neighborhoods as well. So you really get a feel of what you're getting here. So when you do come out here, your time is spent super efficiently. So what you want to do is you want to give us a call or shoot us a text.
Yes, that number is a cell phone, so you can call us or text us, or you can use WhatsApp if you're outside the country. And now let's hone in a little bit. Obviously, you're here for Orange County. You're starting your journey into moving to Orange County, or maybe you haven't decided yet and you're kind of thinking about it. You don't know anything about it. So let's explain. What is this little weird county, Orange County, where you live behind the orange curtain?
So Orange County here, what's interesting about it is that it's like, so we were actually, it's been basically, from its inception, really, it's been like a suburb of Los Angeles, right? So we're part of the greater Los Angeles market, right? So the Los Angeles metropolitan market, Orange County actually is a part of. So we're part of the same television stations and all that stuff. So we're just lumped in all together with the LA stuff. What's nice about Orange County is that over the years, we've kind of definitely changed where we are very much our own entity, but we still enjoy all the fruits of the Los Angeles greater market. So that's the job market, again, the media market, the sports market, the entertainment market. We're part of it, but we can also be away from it.
Yeah, so you can be a Dodgers fan and a Lakers fan and live in Irvine.
Yes.
Many people are.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah,
including Sean.
Yeah. Yeah,
Not really a Dodgers fan, except for Ohtani, right?
I mean, yeah. So like, it's funny. So Orange County, we even do have a couple of sports teams ourselves, like Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Look at how they tack in the Los Angeles part, because they want to lump in the whole Los Angeles market. But as well, and so obviously that's in Anaheim, as well as the other sports team that's in Anaheim are the Ducks. So that's a hockey team. So basically, so we're lumped into the various job opportunities here, which is nice because Orange County itself has a ton of job opportunities.
Yeah.
But then also the greater LA market has tons, right? Like, so whether you're in shipping, the two biggest ports in the country are the Port of Long Beach and the Port of LA, which are just right next door. And then, of course, the LAX, which is a huge airport, is really close by. So then you have like LAX here. You have obviously downtown LA. You have tons of hospitals, tons of everything in the LA market. But people a lot of times have reached out to us that do work in LA, and they maybe don't have to commute as much, or if they do, depends on what they're looking for, but they want to live behind the orange curtain. So that's where we are. And then so as far as Orange County itself, so let's go back, right? So if we're looking at Orange County itself, then what you're doing is we're going to separate Orange County into, I guess, North and South Orange County. So that's kind of where we have this little delineation where it's two totally different vibes. So Orange County itself has a very different vibe than Los Angeles County or the surrounding counties around it.
Yeah.
But then even within Orange County, North and South Orange County, very different feels.
Yeah, so just, subscribe to our channel because this video is part of a 6-part series. So we're not going to go super in depth into South County and North County, the beaches, all of these things. We're going to have separate videos for that. So this video is more of just an overview, and then we're going to be continually publishing different videos that go more in depth. So I think the next one that we have planned is going to be South County. So if you are very interested in South County, subscribe, and that will be the next video. So you want to explain first, what is South County? Yeah,
okay, so I'm going to kind of do a very rough depiction of what North Orange County is, roughly. I've lumped Newport into probably that. I mean, the coastal cities are honestly their own thing themselves, but South County is kind of more or less Irvine South for the most part. So yeah. Basically what you have going on here is that South Orange County is, I think, what people think of Orange County, right? They think of master plan communities, homeowners associations, just very well thought out, planned. Depending on the age of it, it could be different shades, what they call different shades of beige, where, if it was built in the 1990s, 1980s, it kind of has that feel of just, there's 4 different floor plans across a community of like 1,000 dwellings. So it feels like there's just very little variation. But then as they got more recent builds, they've obviously done a better job as far as having different facades, different tweaks to make it not look as sterile.
Yeah, so the beach cities, I wouldn't really, they're kind of their own thing, right?
Yeah.
In each beach city, again, we will have a video about the different beach cities. They all have their own vibes, different price points. South County is so Irvine is very famous, honestly, throughout the world for being just so well planned, master plan communities everywhere. You think there should be a Target on this corner. There is. It's just very well planned and manicured. And South County kind of just took what Irvine did and just went with it. So it's really just like everything that's slightly inland of Irvine and South. And I know Irvine is the center of Orange County. Geographically, but, that's just kind of the lingo because it's going with what is South County. So if you have seen, maybe some stuff in magazines or television shows and they show Orange County as just row after row after row of homes that all look the same and master plan communities, that's what you're looking at right here. You're looking at South County. Of course, there are pockets that aren't like that, and reach out to Sean if you are interested in South County but you don't want the sterileness of a lot of it. But I mean, it is mostly master plan communities.
Yeah, now obviously, again, as part of this series, we will be diving into South County when we get more into the nitty gritty. We have tons of other videos, though, like of South County communities that will kind of give you a feel like, so virtual tours, so like, vlogging tours as well as actual driving tours as well. Plus map tours, we've done a ton of those too. So we've gotten pretty in-depth into these various communities, but we are also still, again, going to do more of an overview of South Orange County in one of these series.
Yeah, and at the end of this video, I will link to, we have a ton of, because people always want to know about Irvine, we have a ton of videos about just Irvine, so I will link to that playlist, and then I will link to another playlist that we have which is just tours of us on the ground of so many cities, not just in South County, but all over the entire county, so you can get a better idea of what they look like. And we do have driving tours. Check on our channel for that. I don't have a playlist for that, but we have tons of driving tours as well of tons of different cities. So
yeah, so if you look at what Irvine is, and again, we look at our analytics and we know that a lot of people that are watching these videos are coming in because of Irvine, and rightfully so. It's just got a great reputation throughout the, honestly, like we said, throughout the world. We actually were in London, and basically, someone asked where we're from, and we said, we were from Orange County, and they said, I haven't been to Orange County before. I don't know about Orange County. I've been to Irvine. Is it near there? And we're like, again, it's amazing to think of how much Irvine has actually come up in prominence over the years.
Yeah. Now back to Orange County. So we've kind of explained what South County is. Now,
but like you said, I don't want to mean to interrupt, but South County does have a lot of variation. I don't want people to take this the wrong way, and I think you did kind of go into it. We are going to go into more depth, but by no means is South Orange County just like Irvine, right?
Yeah,
so there is variation, but I would say that a lot of it's inspired by Irvine's, the way they kind of set things up, which again I appreciate from the fact of these streets, like these little grayed out areas here, these little gray lines, these are all like really major roads. They're almost freeways in and of themselves. They're 6 to 10 lanes across. So it's not like we're talking about, little kinky roads. Like for instance, in LA, like the very few times we find ourselves having to go out there, these roads are like really, again, they're 2-lane and they're all like kinked up. There's not really a nice flow to them. But in South County, you can get moving pretty fast. So even if you're a little ways off the freeway itself, it doesn't actually take you that long to get on the freeway. Can't say that about LA.
And now let's talk about North County. So, I would say, this isn't really technically North County. This is more like Central County, like Costa Mesa, Santa Ana, Orange. But, it's all kind of lumped in because they all have a similar flavor in that they're much different from South County in that it's more charming, I would say. There's a more organic growth. If you've ever been to San Diego, for example, that's where I'm from, you might actually like North County better. It's kind of, for example, here's a city, Fullerton. It's got a charming downtown. Orange, it's got a super charming downtown. It's very cute. That's kind of just what North County's known for. It's older, so the architecture's older. It's not as well master planned because it's older, right? It's part of, people would it used to be, this was the bedroom community of LA, right? And it just kept growing and growing and growing down, down, down. So these weren't as well planned as down here because no one knew that all of Southern California would just turn into this insanely populated area, right?
And what we mean by older, depending on where you're coming from, older is very subjective. And from this purpose of Orange County's perspective, it's older in that the stuff is built probably in the 1950s, 60s, and plus, of course.
Yeah.
But whereas South Orange County, I would say really kind of took hold in the 1980s, a little bit 1970s, but really 1980s and up. So that's kind of giving you a sense of what older is.
And then in terms of North County as well, so north of here, there's not as many HOAs. You're less likely to be in an HOA.
Which some people love.
It kind of has more of that organic growth factor as opposed to here, which is just really known for being really well planned.
I would want to say it's like it feels more organic in that it's, again, so old, quote unquote, that basically homes that were built, again, they're built as tract homes, right? Like, Orange County's got a ton of tract homes throughout the whole place. It's just that when was that tract built?
Yeah.
And so as the newer tracts, obviously they kind of have a very similar feel to them. Whereas the older tracts, which you would find more in North Orange County, is that they've either added a second floor or had an addition or changed the facade or rebuilt altogether. So you do get some variation in that. Again, they just got old enough where people wanted to tweak them. Whereas in South Orange County, they're not quite old enough yet where they're doing massive tweaks to those properties in mass.
And then just to finish with this brief overview of the employment centers in Orange County and then the beach cities. Again, we will go more into in-depth in other videos. But the largest employment center in Orange County is Irvine. That goes without saying. That's another reason why Irvine is so popular, because people want to live near where they work. But then Newport Beach is also a big employment center, and then you've got the airport right around here. That's another one. And then you've got South Coast Metro, which is Costa Mesa, Santa Ana. That's another one. Then you've got like downtown Santa Ana. That's another one. You've got Anaheim right here where Disneyland is, that's another big employment center. So they kind of, hover around there. Oh, and then this is part of Irvine as well. That is Spectrum. That's where the 405 and 5 freeway meet. They meet here.
And those are two of the larger freeways in all of Southern California.
Yeah, so those are kind of like the big employment centers in Orange County. So that's another reason why Irvine is so popular, is because people want to live close to where all the jobs are. And now let's zoom in here to the different beach cities, just tell you what they are. We'll go in depth in them in another part of this series of videos, so subscribe so that you can get to know them better. But you've got San Clemente, which is the most south city in Orange County. Then you've got Dana Point. Then you've got Laguna Beach, Newport Beach, Huntington Beach, and then Seal Beach is up here. And it's worth noting that this right here, this is San Diego County, but nothing's here. Like, nobody lives here because this is actually Camp Pendleton, which is a Marine base, and then there's also a decommissioned nuclear power plant, like right there. Yeah, so this green swath right here, this is kind of what makes San Diego completely off on its own island. This is San Diego, where people actually live. This is San Diego County. People start living in the city of Oceanside. This is where the population starts. So that's why San Diego, it really has its own charm. And even though Orange County is very different from LA, it's very much connected to LA. And I think that's kind of what gives it, a little bit more in terms of job opportunities and all that kind of stuff.
And remember, we are licensed realtors here in the state of California. So as much as we love making these videos, what we love more is to help with your real estate needs. So whether you're looking to buy or sell a home, what you want to do is give us a call or shoot us a text.
Yes, that number is a cell phone, so you can call us or text us, or you can use WhatsApp if you're outside the country.